Timeout talk.
Hello, everybody, and of course, welcome back to another weekly edition of Timeout Talk, sponsored by Chase and Thrills, The Ice Shaker, and of course, streaming on and sponsored by the Kirk Minahan Show, streaming on the one and only Minifan Network. Josh and Ben here in this StreamYard studio. Oh boy, I know we're gonna talk about my Cowboys at some point, but Patriots rolling, Steelers rolling. Ben and I were mentioning we're gonna get a Bruins minute in here for you. Bruins red hot start right now. We've been getting a lot of flack. I'm not talking about the Bruins, but we're here. Hey, we're here. They've played 3 games, or what is it? 4 games now, 3-1. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Of course, we'll get our picks, upsets, locks. We'll get all that week 7 madness and all that fun. But Ben, I don't know. I always turn it to you. Where are we starting, man?
It was a good hot start. One, it wasn't a hot start for me in the pre-show, so hopefully we can bounce back too. But hot start from the Steelers and Pats. As much as I hate to say it from the Pats perspective, but we could start there, Josh. I'd like to recap. Let's go with the Steelers Pats. So I'll go with Pats first. That was impressive. Obviously, I got that pick wrong. Not gonna lie, I said it was a little bit of a troll. I'm gonna sort of throw my result on that. I was trolling a little. But this Pats, the defense, a little bit of a concern still with that offense, Josh. That offense, Drake May, I think mainly, he's the guy. He's the guy. I know it's the Saints. Obviously, the Saints, we have to take it with a grain of salt. It's not the best team. Spencer Rattler's not really going crazy out there. And like I said, the defense had its faults. Olave was picking them apart, and it's not up to the standard that we're used to seeing for the New England defense. So that's still a concern for them. But as we talked about last week, Josh, I think this just keeps solidifying it as Drake Mays. He's the guy. He's the guy going forward. I mean, some of those throws, and we can get to the penalties, and obviously some of those calls really weren't the best. Trust me, I felt that Steelers had a couple tough games in that Superdome with a couple bad calls. So I don't know if it's just the Superdome, what's going on with that officiating, but obviously some tough calls for the Pats ones in that one. But I think another one, just another week of saying, hey, Drake May, I'm impressed. Those throws, I mean, 3 touchdowns, over 300 yards, I believe. I haven't seen an output like that from him, so I'm starting to see him get more comfortable in this offense, utilize these guys' booty. I know it was a little homecoming for him. Yeah, there we go. Josh's going to love that one. That was a little more of a homecoming game from LSU, so maybe he's just a little more comfortable in that Superdome, but, I mean, if you get him going, Diggs, another solid week for him. Ramondre didn't fumble, so, that's always good for them. But just another solid sign for the Patriots, and I think just another week of saying, hey, Drake May, just showing us more impressive things for him. So, Pats fans, they should be happy, Josh. He's focused.
Without a doubt there. I was listening to the audios, making sure there was a little bit of a lag.
I know.
Trying to make sure we're good.
Back.
I've got your back.
The audio's a little bad. We're not lagging yet, but
we're good. We're off and rolling here. But yeah, no, talking Patriots, they look really, really good. Drake May is playing MVP ball over there. Demario Douglas flashing. You got Butte snagging 2 touchdowns last week. The running backs, it's kind of been slow for Travion Henderson. That's my one thing I'm kind of questioning is the liftoff or the ascension for Travion Henderson has been very slow. But other than that, I mean, the receivers were on key. I know it was kind of a ref show, and I wasn't able to watch everything, but I got the highlights of it. I was kind of watching back and forth. I was obviously, I'm locked into my Cowboys game. But no, the Steelers and Patriots both did what they had to do. Speaking on the Patriots, they This is what the Saints do. We knew it. Ben, you kind of mentioned it. I mean, you had the Steelers, Saints, geez, tongue twister. You had the Saints beating the Patriots there. So you definitely expected a close game or, Saints winning. But I expected it to be somewhat close, and that's kind of what the Saints have done all season. They played the Bills tough. They played the Patriots tough this weekend. Every game, it just seems like they're kind of in it. They squander it, or the talent's just not there. You're not seeing Alvin Kamara have that same burst like he used to. Chris Olave's kind of lost. Spencer Rattler's been okay, but it's just a lot to throw on his shoulders. And the New England Patriots did what they had to do. Ben, we've kind of highlighted the fact coming into this season. We've highlighted even going into this week, their ongoing schedule and how they're going to be able to rattle off some wins. And hey, they did a good job of getting a win this past weekend, despite the ref show, despite the blunders for the refs. And hey, defense has looked solid. Offense has looked very good. And hey, I mean, you're 4-2 right now, and you're sitting top of the division because the Buffalo Bills just lost again.
Yeah, just strange one, Josh, from the Bills. That defense is really showing. Just all those injuries on that side. I don't know what the window closing, but Josh Allen and them should have some
James has
concerns,
been pumping
definitely.
it.
Yeah, I know he's been pumping it. I know we've all been. No, we've all. I haven't been saying anything about it. Listen, I could care less about the Bills, but I know everyone's been giving the Bills a little hard time. But there is some serious concern, Josh. I would be very concerned. Obviously not for Josh Allen and everything. That offense is going to do what it's going to do. Even though Keon Coleman, where are you? You got to defend my fantasy pick. You got to help me up. No, I'm not going to do that, Jeff. I think it was just him comparing Drake May and Baker Mayfield's stats. Obviously, he was one of the two top MVP candidates over there. So I mean, he's up there. I can't lie. I mean, you can't deny the stats. Drake May's up there, and if the Patriots can continue that, first place in the AFC East, it definitely gives them more of a validity to it. Even in a wild card game, if you can bring this Patriots team that hasn't seen more than 4 wins in how many years to the playoffs, even through a wild card, I think he gets some MVP consideration from that. Okay, there we go. He's just enough with it.
He's
enough.
rattling them off.
Just relax. Just relax. He's just Googling them and just seeing whatever he sees on Google, putting in the messages. But no, for the Patriots, I think this is perfect for him. I think this is perfect. We'll get to the Cowboys too. I just gotta keep sneaking
That's
that
coming.
in there. That's coming. I just wanted to get his reaction on that one. Rico Dowdle, my little brain fart last week. It turned out to be a little more serious than I imagined. Big fantasy week for him, but just wrapping up the Patriots, Josh. I think it's all good signs for them, as I always say. As much as I hate to say it, but they're good. They're good right now, and the Bills just. Very concerning. So that's why that division's wide open right now. I think obviously Dolphins, Jets, get rid of those guys. It's going to come down to the Pats, Bills, and Pats have a serious shot. I don't like saying it, but
Yeah, I mean, this is, you kind of talk about their next matchups here. They've got the Tennessee Titans, who are just fired their head coach already in October, the beginning of October. I mean, then you've got the Browns, who are just a bad team right now. I mean, they're the Browns, Cleveland Browns. We don't have to dive too much into it. Then you've got Falcons. That's a good game at home. And then you've got the Tampa Bay Bucks on the road. There you go. You've got kind of that MVP style matchup. That'll be a huge game. I know on the Kirk show today, they were kind of previewing it. Does that game get slid into a later flex, or that Bills game coming up December 14th? But other than the Falcons, Bucks, later than the Bills. I mean, just between this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game stretch, Ben, I see at the very least 5, if not 6 wins. I mean, we can sit here and talk about the Falcons game, but then again, they could beat a team like the Falcons or beat the Bucks, because that's just how good that they've been. And I don't want to harp too much on the games that, the easy ones. I mean, because they can win the hard ones as well. And, sometimes, hey, they might drop a game to the Bengals in a weird game, and everybody's like, what the hell? It's not the end of the world. You're 4-2 right now. The Buffalo Bills are reeling. We've talked about that. I don't think that the window's closed, and I don't think it's over yet. But I will say one thing on this podcast, and I've been kind of quiet about it. This division is wide open right now. Like, I'm not going to hide away from it. Normal Josh would come on and say, oh, it's just a bad stretch for the Bills. And, I kind of would have pumped the brakes on the Patriots. But there's one thing I can't pump the brakes on right now, and that's Drake May. He has looked unbelievable. Here we go. Pats are back. He's kind of got right now he's in the conversation. I don't know. Some friends we were talking about, they were kind of taking his name out of it. I don't know how you can look at Drake May and say he's not in the conversation right now. He's definitely above my boy Dak. Again, the stats are comparable. His team's winning games, and hey, that's what they want to see on the ballot. Whoever votes, the voters want to see that. They want to see a positive record. And that's what the New England Patriots have right now. We just kind of previewed their next upcoming games, and Ben, I mean, they are looking really good right now. They're a force to be reckoned with in that AFC, and just kind of the Steelers side of things. I think you might have broken up a little bit. I don't know if you were able to get to the Steelers earlier, but Steelers are in first place. They're playing really, really good. I mean, they're getting, and Ben, I said it. I said this was going to be that ugly win. I think I said it was going to be like 17-10 or something. I mean, again, you look at the box score. Like, I looked at the box score and I'm like, oh man, like, Jalen Warren didn't really IWO me. DK Metcalf did his thing. Aaron Rodgers kind of had some moments, but I mean, again, they're just playing tough football. They just beat a tough Browns team. I mean, that team is not. I know that they stink, but that's a tough defense to go up against. Aaron Rodgers has looked pretty good, and I saw a funny little tweet, or I don't know if it was a post from somebody. It was, the Chargers, Patriots, Colts, and Steelers are all top of the AFC. Like, what is this, 2007 again?
Yes,
So
the good old days.
the good old days, as Ben has alluded to. But yeah, Ben, I'm going to give it to you. But Steelers are in first place. They're looking good. Baltimore Ravens, they just can't get out of their way for injuries. And I mean, man, oh man, Ben. I mean, how are you feeling? Are you still pumping the brakes?
No, I'm feeling great, much like what you were just talking about with the Pats. Weak schedule. We got to capitalize on it too. We don't have the best schedule in the world, obviously. Played the Browns last week. As mentioned, it's always a tough game, division rivalry, interdivision rival. The Browns, but for everyone else too, it's the Browns. They stink. Dylan Gabriel, no offense, go Ducks, but he's really just not it yet. I mean, he's a rookie coming into Pittsburgh with the rest of that offense just doing nothing. They're just not set up for success. So the Browns are going to be an easy win. Then we get the Bengals at home, at home for them. Obviously, Joe Flacco's still getting acclimated over there. I just wanted to go back to the other one, that MVP conversation real quick. I got to give kudos to Josh. He threw Dak into that conversation. He said he's got better stats than Dak. I like how he slipped Dak into that. I like that from the Cowboys fan. That was pretty impressive on that one. But no, the Steelers, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. First place AFC North, as we mentioned. Good old days. No, we're doing what we have to do. I mean, more importantly, you sort of alluded to it, Josh. I think the DK and Aaron Rodgers connection. This is what we need because these other guys are going to fill the role. Calvin Austin is going to get his. Rowan Wilson, if he's just run the routes correctly and everything, Rodgers will get him the ball. Jalen Warren, when healthy, he's going to show out. We'll get him his little check downs, and he's actually been pretty well. He's been breaking off a couple nice runs for us. Kenneth Gainwell's been a nice little complimentary piece. Defense is finally showing up, Josh. So I mean, the team's here. So we got to take care of the weak schedule and everything like that. And I think we can get a playoff spot. Like I said, I'm not saying deep run, but this is exciting to watch, Josh. This is finally some good football from us. A good quarterback play. I know it was a little tough periods at times, but I think mainly Rodgers. Who do I want? Oh, that'd be nice. I'll get back to that one, but mainly if we get that Rodgers Metcalf connection going and just secure. 4 touchdowns the last 4 games. I think this is just going to elevate that offense and make everything a lot easier for us. So I'm excited. And the receiver, let me think. Hey, why don't we go get Chris Olave? What about Chris Olave? I'll give up a second. I'll give up a second for Chris Olave over there. Why don't they just restart on that offense? No.
He's shut that off.
Yeah, no. Unless it's a keeper league. He's been showing good signs, Josh. I shouldn't dismiss him that much, and everything like that. But he had a couple carries when Warren was out. A couple nice runs, nothing crazy, but it's more like the Ramondre situation with you guys. It's as long as he just doesn't make a mistake, it's kind of good play from Caleb Johnson. And I hate to say it, I think that just hey, anytime Pat's back, I got you, bro. I got him. 5-1 in my fantasy league, a couple fantasy leagues actually. 6-0 in one,
Wow,
3-3 in one league. So uh, Josh's
this
old
is the
league.
guy.
I got
This is the guy to talk to then.
Hey,
Wow.
listen, I'm having a good year. I'm having a good year. Shout out A-Chan. McCaffrey, too. Everyone laughing at me drafting McCaffrey. He's a beast. Showing you what he can do when he's fully healthy over there. But for the Steelers, Josh, I'm excited. This is some exciting football. Everyone's healthy over there. Calvin Austin's coming back. Defense is looking well. I see Cam Hayward smiling after the game. Jalen Warren happy. Jalen Ramsey happy. He's making plays. Got a nice sack during that Browns game. So I mean, this team's there. Are we gonna win the Super Bowl? I don't know. Actually, I mean, I was gonna say, look, the Bills and the Chiefs and teams like that, but they're starting to blunder. They're starting to show signs of slowing down, weaknesses in those offenses that we never thought we'd see. Even on the Chiefs, Josh, getting Rashid Rice back and Worthy healthy and Hollywood Brown stepping up, Kelsey catching the balls over the middle now. He's starting to become, he's starting to get back into his role as that safety blanket for him, obviously for Mahomes. So the Chiefs starting to get a little scary again. But this whole year is vulnerable, I think, Josh. So I think that's why it's good for the Steelers and it's good for the Patriots too, opening it up. So anything's possible, but I'm feeling good. Feeling good, Josh.
I mean, and as you should be, as you mentioned here, I mean, their next few games got some interesting ones though. Steelers definitely going through that home stretch of tough games. You've got at Cincinnati, so I mean, as Jamar Chase had a couple funny words for that one. That's this Thursday, so that's a quick turnaround. I think you guys should handle that. Then you've got, listen to this little stretch here of 3 games though. You've got the Green Bay Packers at home, which I am rooting for you guys. That's a Sunday Night Football. Then you've got the Colts, Red Hot Colts. You and Jeff going head to head. Jeff Perez, not Jeff Warren, going head to head there at home, and then you go on the road against the Chargers. So you go Jeff Perez one week and then Jose the next week. So that's a tough little 3-game stretch there for the Steelers. But Ben, you said it best. I said it. I mean, they're playing good football right now, with injuries and a lot of madness happening around them in terms of teams just not staying healthy. And, I mean, 2 of the franchise arguably top 5 quarterbacks in the league, not even the division, just went down. And again, I still think the Steelers would be a pretty solid team. I'm not going to take that away. But just in terms of opportunities, I mean, you look at it right now, this is, they have their little DNA that you've wanted. You have your serviceable quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. He can get you wins. He's a veteran. He's done it before. As much as I hate the guy and as much as I've watched him kill my Cowboys, he's done it time and time again. And with a formidable defense, as you've seen, TJ Watt leading the charge. You've got a solid running game, pretty solid offensive line. I mean, and some injuries around you in terms of other teams, which it's going to happen. And hey, right now you're taking advantage of it. But I want to see what the Steelers really are in this game's going to be tough. I mean, again, you're playing quick turnaround Thursday Night Football. But after that, let's check in 2 weeks from now. I want to really start to dive into the Steelers, and we'll really get a good sense, because that's 3 really good teams right now that the Steelers would be going up against. And I think that's really going to be where they're battle tested, Ben.
Yeah, like you said, Josh, it's just we both said on these points. It's I saw some of these ones. Some of these ones are good. Pat Steelers.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
That'd be good TV. No, it's a weird year. I think we both alluded to it. Everyone's kind of alluded to it. Injuries. Hey, Rob's here. We'll get to those Bruins. Hot start for me. We're talking hot starts.
Yeah.
Hot starts for the Bruins. Let's go. We're 3-0. We're undefeated. Just losing to the Lightning. Looking good, exceeding expectations already for them. But no, I think it's just a weird year, Josh. Injuries from injuries to teams not showing up that we thought were going to be good, and obviously talked about the Bills and all that, and Chiefs having their slow start. Eagles concerns with on offense, AJ Brown, possible trade. So I mean, it's just a weird year, and I think, hey, maybe there's a weird Super Bowl winner. Maybe a team that's just, as you outlined, a serviceable quarterback. You got a couple stars on the other side of the ball, star wideout. You never know. But you get a favorable matchup in the playoffs. Favorable, you win your division. They got to go through Pittsburgh. You never know. But
You're
I
right.
think,
You're right.
you never know. Hey, maybe go through Gillette. You never know on that with the division leaders right now. But yeah, I think it's just that the more of just I don't want to say down year, maybe just off year for everybody. We've been so used to just seeing Chiefs, Bills, 49ers, Eagles over there, whoever Eagles,
You're
pretty
right.
much just whoever the Eagles want to play over there, just getting through. So it's nice to see some parity. Nice to see different teams stepping up. As you mentioned, Colts, Chargers. Shout out Jeff and Jose. Hopefully we can take them down. Even the Chargers kind of a little shaky at
Yeah,
times.
I agree.
Uh, Even the Colts and the Cardinals, they had to make a little comeback against the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett showing out over there, showing him what a true quarterback is over there with Kyler Murray. Just taking a little shot at him for fantasy. Kyler
Wow.
Murray not
I knew
stepping up for
it.
fantasy.
Had to
Not stepping
figure.
up for me, Josh. Listen, I named him after my team. I gave him, I got the Trey McBride combination. It just wasn't cutting it. I mean, look at Brissett steps in, gets his first touchdown, gives me 17 points. It says feed him the ball. You can feed Marvin and him the ball. There's plenty of targets to go around, but I digress. It's just it's a good year, Josh. I think it's a fun year to watch and see different teams just come up here and I just see different teams like the Colts. The Colts stepping up and everything. You haven't seen them good for a little while, so it's nice to see other teams other than the Chiefs and Bills win. I should say.
I agree, Ben. I think even people online have been saying, it's a nice breath of fresh air. And
That's
it's
all
just
right.
to kind of see these teams go down. And I mean, it's weird to see the Colts 5-1. And I mean, look at the Bucks. The Bucks are knocking on the door. They could be a dangerous team. I mean, I know they lost to the Eagles earlier on. And again, the Eagles have this weird thing, dude. This is what they do. This is what they did last year. They went on that bad skid. Everybody freaked out. They're gonna be fine. The Giants, I just want to say too, like this whole hype train with Scatabo and
He doesn't
Dart.
like
This
it.
this is
He
gonna be
doesn't
dumb,
like it.
dude. And
He
I don't
doesn't.
like it. Maybe it's because I'm a Cowboys fan. This Scatabo will be. Tyler said it out. Tyler made a really good point. I don't know if it's gonna be this extent, but I might piggyback off Tyler's point here. Diehard Bruins fan again. We're gonna talk about the Bruins in a couple seconds. I want to get to my Cowboys in a second, but after that we'll get to the Bruins. But is Scatabo going to be the next Peyton Hillis? Like, are we going to do this whole thing where he comes in, he runs all over the field, he absolutely runs himself into the ground, and then in 3 years, he's kind of like Ezekiel Elliott. He's not. Again, that was kind of a bad shot at Elliott. I got my Elliott poster over there. I gotta pay my respects to Ezekiel
Strange
Elliott.
one
He had
from
his good
Josh. I
years,
wasn't
but
expecting that.
I'm not crazy on that Dart and Scatabo like connection. I think if you look at that game, I think the Eagles really just kind of they lost to themselves. They're the better team. I don't think Jackson Dart is that accurate. I think the Steelers actually made a good decision in not getting him. He relies on running the ball way too much. Like it's just not sustainable in the NFL. I'm sorry. I don't think they're going to be that good. I think the Giants are going to be a tough team to play, as they kind of always are. They've got a very good, if not one of the best defensive fronts in the league. But other than that, I'm not crazy about the combo. I'll say that. But yeah, as you've mentioned, Patriots Steelers, the ball is moving in the right direction for those two teams. I mean, you just have to take care of business. You have to go in, you have to keep getting your wins, keep your head down. And as you mentioned here, maybe you'll meet each other in the playoffs, or hey, maybe you'll both be on opposite sides of the spectrum with home playoff games, because the Buffalo Bills got some work to do. And I know you already kind of alluded to it, and it's my favorite part of the regular season is right up until that trade deadline. And then right after, it's that home stretch. Teams are finally starting to figure out what's going on, who they need, who they're going to acquire, who they're going to dump. And I don't know. I like it. I honestly, I'm very, very curious to see what teams like the Patriots do, what teams like the Steelers do. What do the Colts do? I mean, these guys are all in contention right now. You're looking at the Bills. They're going to have to make some moves too. They're 4-2, everybody. I mean, they did go 4-0. They lost 2 games. It feels like the world's kind of spinning. They're going to get a better grip on their season. Cowboys too. They'll make some moves, but interesting comments here. And yeah, this is my point. I don't think yeah, he's cool. He's a bruiser. Again, good running back, but I don't see the
It's a
sustainability
good
there.
comp.
In Who you
I
got
like
him?
that Payne. No, I like that Payne Hillis
Peyton
comparison
and
from you. That was
Tyler.
good.
Tyler with the
That
Peyton
was
Hillis. I
That was
kind
a
of
good
like
one
it.
from Tyler on that one. I'll give you both credit over there on that one. You giving it to the platform and everything, but no, it's a good one from Tyler. I kind of like the play style from them. Not gonna lie, just that offense has been so dead from Daniel Jones to Russell Wilson, everyone in between. It's nice to see some excitement. I mean, Jackson Dart making me wish, hey, maybe we should have taken him if he slid that long. Yeah, Dylan said he's a dog. He's a dog out there, and they're just providing some fun to that Giants offense that you haven't seen. And I mean, obviously OBJ and Malik Neighbors, but I mean, so these guys have actually got some juice over there and getting some of this offense going, getting some wins for them. So I think that's exciting. And sort of just the Eagles and Bills are, I think, sort of in a line right now. Those defenses are just so banged up, Josh, that they can't really do anything. Jalen Carter being out for him is tough, and everything like that. So, and I was going to get to that one, I was going to get to that one, Rob. I think it elevates him a little. I think it elevates him probably a couple spots if they win a title with this team. Definitely,
Agreed.
probably. I
Is
don't
he
know. He's
knocking
already.
closer to Peyton?
Yeah, I'd
If
say
that
he is.
happens, I mean,
Yeah, I'd say he is. I'd say he probably. Let's see if he
maybe,
gets a
maybe.
little more stats. I'd say if he gets a little more stats, he surpasses him. Because they both have two. You both have two with your regular team. Then you got a Super Bowl with your in your older age, with a team with a good defense and a
That's
team
what I was
around you. And
thinking. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, no, I could definitely think. No, I definitely think just if he gets Peyton's got all the stats. So uh, I think he just needs a couple more stats to catch up to Payne on that one. I think I put him over there if he can. Obviously, I'd be a little more biased too, Josh. I mean, if he wins with us, I'd put him right at. I'd probably put him ahead of Brady at that place
Whoa.
if he can.
I
I
mean,
don't know, but I think he'd go over Payton just because I mean he's been having some good stats over here. He solidifies some of those ones. So if he gets a title with us, I think he Super Bowl with us. I don't know why I keep saying title.
same
I
thing.
think he elevates himself over Payton in there. Sorry, I had a
Wow.
little lag there too, so that's why I was a little hesitant. I saw the lag happening, so
It actually sounded good. It actually
okay,
sounded good. It
okay.
went through. Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. Hey, that's your boy, Dylan. You love Aaron Rodgers. That's kind of where my mind
Yeah,
went
what's he
earlier.
talking
Like,
about? Come on.
say he does get a Super Bowl win here, and hey, it's kind of reminds me of the Peyton Manning thing. A little different because I feel like
Yeah,
Rodgers kind of had more of a harsher drop off, but
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of similar. Two good defenses. They go get a championship win, and they both have two at that time. MVPs are probably very comparable. Stats, yeah, as you said, they might lean Peyton, but then again, he probably has played more years. I don't know. It's interesting. We're not saying
it's cool.
go. He's joking. He's
Yeah,
joking.
no. So hey, yeah, that Brady one obviously was a joke. That Brady one, yeah. Don't worry, I knocked on wood. Pats your back. Don't worry, I'll do it again. But yeah, no, he's obviously not behind.
Oof.
No,
Oh,
he'd be
not above
behind Bradshaw. I mean, he's not. I
above
mean,
Big
he's
Ben
no,
in like
yeah, no. He's.
Steelers.
I mean, yeah, no. He'd probably
No,
be
yeah,
third best. It goes Bradshaw, Big Ben, and Rogers.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no
As a
way.
Steeler,
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah. There's no way he's surpassing anybody. I mean, he could surpass like Cordell Stewart and Neil O'Donnell and like those
oh,
guys.
these are
Yeah, he
some
wins a Super
throwback
Bowl. Yeah,
names.
yeah, he's had some throwback names. Come on. But no, yeah, no, nobody's beating Big Ben and Terry for us over here. Come on,
I
guys. I
agree
was
with that.
joking about Brady. I was joking. Everyone's so sensitive about Brady.
I guess so. Ben picking a little fun there. We'll get. I'm gonna push the Cowboys to the side. I'm gonna kind of roll them
We can take
into
it
the
after.
preview. I'm gonna roll
Okay,
them
yeah.
into the preview. I like the way the show's going right now. I don't want to piss myself off because trust me, we're gonna get to some of that. But hey, let's talk about them. I didn't get many graphics up here. Was running short on time, but these Boston Bruins, man. I mean, they are 3-1 right now. Tough loss against. All right, they're 2-1. No, 3-1. Three
Three
and
and
one
one,
right
yeah.
now. 3-1
Mm-hmm.
right now. Tough loss yesterday against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Obviously, you're kind of able to see they kind of just dug themselves in too much of a hole. You go down 4-1, 4-2 at the time. It's kind of tough to. They're a good team. I know that they started off 0-2 on the season until they beat us, but good team. The resume, the history there, they've got tons of it. But just talking about the Bruins, Ben, this is finally it's super early, but this is what we've been asking for. We've been asking for, just an average to above average defense that can just lay hits, lay the booms, stay healthy, and then your role players can kind of step up. I mean, some of these guys have been awesome. This kid Jordan Harris from Massachusetts has been unbelievable. He's already got like 2 or 3 goals on the season. Then you've got your other role players. I'm blanking on some of their names, but they've just been unbelievable right now. They're doing what they have to do. Corpusalo, he's again just okay. Just be average. Be a backup. Just be a backup. Keep the Bruins in games. Get some shots on net. That's one thing. That was one of my biggest things last year was if it wasn't Morgan Geekie or David Pastrnak, who the hell else is going to score? Right now you're seeing a little bit more offense from some of these guys. I'd like to see what Lindholm can do, the center there. And hey, again, I don't know. Anything can happen in hockey. Weird things can happen. And hey, like Tyler said too, talking about him a lot on this show, this could be one of those years where we're like halfway through the season and we're like, damn, the Bruins are actually pretty good this year. They look good. I think it's all going to depend on that defense. If the defense can be good, and Rob has a very good point here. They are able to draw a lot of power plays in that Lightning game. They had plenty of chances. They just couldn't score on the power play. If you can take advantage of those opportunities when you're on the power play, take advantage of off nights, take advantage of your defense playing great. This is what you invested in for the past 4 years. You know, you went out and got the Hampus Lindholm. You've got McAvoy finally healthy now. Just build around these guys. The role players play good. And my biggest piece here, Jeremy Swayman. If he can be what he was 2 years ago, last year, the contract negotiations, I think we got off on the wrong side of the fence here. They look good. Jeremy Swayman keep knocking it down and keeps playing well. He could be the next jersey that I get.
Oh, here we go. A little preview from Josh on there. And hey, good point from Jeff too. Marco Sturm. Fitting into that role well over there. I know there's a lot of questions about him, but he seems to be adapted to the head coaching pretty easily over there. And, you know, there's some concerns for that one. Just, you know, I think he's kind of put them to rest early. As Josh mentioned, Swayman, that was my big point right there. That's the key. That's the key, I think. If he's playing well and has got his head on straight, then I think the rest of the team will follow suit. And wasn't too many expectations for these guys. You know, everybody was kind of going to be excited to play the Bruins with this roster. And Josh mentioned it too. I still got to get used to seeing some of these names. Well, it's a very different roster. Oh, come on.
That's a good point too, Ben. But I don't agree.
Yeah, it's very good. Come on, Rob. Give him a chance. I know he's kind of a strange guy. They played some of the comments from 98.5. You know, hey, listen, the goalies are strange guys. It's one of those positions like kickers in the NFL. You know, it's a tough position to play, so you got to be a little strange to do it. I mean, who wants to get?
What did he say?
Punched?
What is he doing?
No, he's just a little odd. No, 98.5 always just played some comments from. He's just a little out there sometimes, and maybe he's not that way. He's probably a normal guy and everything, but just, you know, some of those comments they do, he's just very laid back. And I mean, Olemark should come back. That'd be nice. I would love to have that one too over there.
That's good.
It was great. Just having, you know, just knowing, you know, when Swayman's not playing, you can have an equally or even better chance of winning the game with Olemark in there. So, hey, but Josh already said that point with Corpusalo. Just give us a chance. When you're out there, just give us a chance. You know, that's all we're asking for. Because this team, I didn't have high expectations for this team, but they're fun. They're fun to watch, Josh. Exciting. They're hard-hitting, and they play hard. They're playing every game. That Lightning game was impressive. Even though it was a loss, they stayed in it. They fought. And that's all we're asking for. Yeah. We don't really know these guys. A whole new roster, really.
You're right.
And like I said, we're still trying to figure out that captain role. Don't really have a true captain over there. I don't know if you know, Pasta or McAvoy really made out for it. We're still looking for that one, but I think if Pasta can just keep that distributing role too, and just have these role players step up, like, hey, you know, when Pasta sets you up, you gotta bury it. You gotta bury these opportunities these guys give you. So I think everyone's playing up to their roles right now, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Bruins, Josh.
I agree. Like you said. Yeah, and like you and Bob were saying, these guys they're playing hard. They're playing like true Boston Bruins. They're playing tough, physical hockey. I mean, you watch some of those first couple games, like the Bruins were setting the tone. That's Capital. I mean, that's a very physical team. I mean, they've got probably one of the most dirtiest players in the league, and Tom Wilson, and you know, Ovechkin's not going to shy away. And I mean, no, they're a good team over there, man. But hey, look at the Bruins right now. You've got the Golden Knights, you've got Avalanche, you've got the Utah Mammoth. I mean, that's just interesting to you. That's very weird to hear. And then you've got the Florida Panthers against the Bruins next week. That's a game that
Oh,
we're going to be highlighting 7:30. That'll be on live, kind
big
of while
time.
we're midway through. So we'll do our live updates for that. But no, they're playing really good, Rob. I agree. They're fun to watch right now.
I like
They
it.
can just continue to just play good, exceed expectations. Not too much pressure on it this year. Just keep building towards the future, play well, and hey, compete for the playoffs, man. Anything can, excuse me, happen when you make the playoffs. So make the dance, make some things shake, and we could be seeing a lot of postseason here in Boston. I mean, hey, I think the
It's good.
Celtics
I
going to be
love it.
better than what people think. So I'll throw that one out there. But quick, MLB minute. I want to get this one off my chest before we start
Oh,
previewing.
here we go.
It's done. It's
Here we
done.
go.
The Brew Crew, done. We're done. We're done with that. I'm gonna come out and say it tonight. I know that they lost by one. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. Everybody got all excited. Shout out Felger. I know he's a Brewers fan. Everybody's putting their money on the Brewers, and they're going to be this team that takes down the Dodgers. It's not going to happen. And I'm also glad that the Blue Jays are losing a little. My little Yankee love. I'm a little excited. I like J Rod too. Shout out James. James called it on him. But yeah, that'll be a fun. That's gonna be a fun World Series. I'm already marking it now. I was on the Blue Jays a few weeks ago. They're done. They are done. Put a wrench in them. Mariners are going to win that series in 5, maybe 6. In Dodgers, they're going to win that in 5. I'll say they win that in 5. If not, sweep them. I think the Brewers. This was all front running stuff. This was all fun and games in the regular season, and this is what the Dodgers do. They just suffocate you. They suffocate you slowly. They let you think you have it. Game 1, trust me, I watched it last year. You think you have it, and then it's just a heartbreak. Tonight, the Dodgers are going to go up 2-0. They're going to go up 3-0. They're going to win this series. I'm telling it right now. I'm calling it. That is a Josh guarantee that the Dodgers win this series. And when they do win this series, it's going to be in 5 games. And all the Brewers fans and all the people hyping the Brewers are going to feel sorry. Sorry, Ben. Quick little end rant.
No, no, no. It's good. Yeah, to be honest, I kind of forgot about the Blue Jays. Mariners won, but it's good. Hey, I mean, Mariners taking two in Toronto. That's huge. I think, yeah, stick the fork in the Blue Jays. They're done. I love to see the Mariners win. Don't want to see anyone from the East win, besides obviously the Red Sox. But good story for the Mariners. They haven't had a team like that in a
I agree.
while. So yeah, I like Cal Raleigh.
I'm all in.
You mentioned that James's boy J Rod. He's solid over
Yeah.
there. I mean, made some big moves during the trade deadline. Josh Naylor. So they went all in, and then it's showing over there. So I'd like to see it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, just fade their opinion. Everybody throw the money on the Brewers right now. Throw money
I
on
know.
Brewers,
Just
Blue
hammer it.
Jays. But no, I think as you mentioned, John, I think the Dodgers just showing out right now. They obviously had their struggles throughout the season, and everybody was down on them.
That's what they
That
do.
talent was going to come through. Just the injuries throughout the regular season hurt them, but that team was just too talented, too much money in there. Mookie, Shohei,
It's
I mean,
stacked. The
yeah,
pitching
I mean,
rotation's stacked.
yeah. I mean, if they're all healthy, or even not all, if they're just somewhat healthy, 80% ready, they're gonna beat a lot of teams. So, okay, there we go. Nice, Rob's
You see
Rob's
what
going
he?
crazy. Rob's going crazy with the comments. I love it.
Yeah, he
He's
loves it.
pulling
He's
all
on
these
it tonight.
stats. He's on it. I love it, Robbie. But no, I think Dodgers just that talent's gonna outweigh him, and Josh is crapping on the Brewers a little. That was a fun little story, Brew Crew.
It,
Had a little
was a
fun with
fun
Tom.
story, dude. It
He
was
likes
cute.
Josh.
It was
Josh is just him
fun.
and his big Yankees. He doesn't like the fun stories. He doesn't like those small markets. But no, yeah, they had a good run. It's nice. Yeah, best. Yeah,
He's
exactly.
I like
It's
Bobby.
the
Bobby gotta
MLB.
get in here more.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. It's the MLB. You're just gonna buy the team. So, but yeah,
Pretty
I'm gonna agree with
much.
Josh. I'll go Dodgers. I'll go Dodgers Mariners. Give me that matchup.
And that's Ben. That's a
It's a good
fun.
matchup.
That's a fun
Yeah,
World Series, dude. Big
yeah.
names, and that's just again. I don't. We're gonna talk. We're gonna go. Actually, I want to show the recap for how we did in our picks. I'm trying to implement that back into the show. But yeah, they're too good. They're too good. You've got Blake Snell, Yamamoto, Shohei Otani. I mean, it's just they're stacked. Roki in the bullpen. They're loaded. They're absolutely loaded. And just like you and Bobby hit it on. Best team, money can buy you anything in the MLB, and money can buy you anything in the world. Just a little bit more recap here. This is how we did. Let's see how we fared. I'll go first. I did okay.
I want more
I
green.
didn't do good last night. My
I want
lock.
more
I
green.
hate when I don't get my locks though. It feels like I let it down. I know I had the Seahawks there. A couple good games. Seahawks, they look good. Bucks, Raiders finally got that win that they've been needing. Broncos holding on there. Patriots, as we've talked about. Chargers, Chiefs. Chiefs are back. They're definitely back. Got to watch out for them. And here we go. Ben, what do you
A
think?
little
How we
better.
feeling? A
A
little
little
better,
better
Ben.
than, a little more green than last week instead of just seeing a lot of red X's. A lot of red last week, but I stepped up. I didn't get both the lock and the upset wrong, so shout out to Jeff and the Colts coming back. And it was a little scary against the Cardinals, but they pulled through. And as you just mentioned, Josh, Chiefs are back. I think just injuries were holding them back, and much like that Bills defense, we'll see. When that Bills defense gets a little healthier, we'll see what happens with them. But them returning to their form and everything. But Chiefs are back. Jags stink. I don't know what the Jags are doing. Brian Thomas got to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I mean, look at all the Eagles, as I mentioned, defensive concerns, and Cowboys just. Maybe we can go to the Cowboys now. I think I
That's got
set
to
them
be
up
what we
right now.
do. I think this is what
I
we
set
do.
them up right now. We have the Cowboys just. I had my
You go
little
ahead.
brain fart with Rico Dowdle and everything last week, but I defended them, Josh. I had them. I mean, I knew it was going to be a competitive game like this. I mean, the defense is a defense. We've talked about it ad nauseum so far. It's just a good stat for me to bring up. The defense just stinks. We know that the offense is going to have to show out, and I'm sure we'll give a little love to George Pickens too. And I'm going to give a little love to Jake Ferguson. Shout out to the Ferg. He's the man. Killing it for me in fantasy, but the defense is just so bad. It's just really holding them back. And I guess another sign, I mean, another good sign for the Panthers, Bryce Young, when he just,
I keep
I
it
mean,
there for
Bryce
a
Young
little for him.
just, yeah, he did look good, but
Oh,
he's
he does.
just so inconsistent. He's just so he looks awful one week and he looks great another, and he just I don't know, but the Panthers find a nice running game over there. The Cowboys just, I mean, Bryce Young and Rico Dowdle doing this to you now too. It's just that the defense just has to. There's got to be something done, and we can always go back to Micah. Won't have done any of this. He wouldn't have solved any of these problems. He wouldn't have, but he would have. He would have definitely done something in this Panthers game. I think he would have been a vocal point in this one. And he gets 2 wins like this. He maybe comes up with a forced a fumble, come down. Some kind of play like that, sparks the defense, gets the offense going, gets them back on the field. Because Dak and them can't do it. Dak and them are holding up their end of the bargain, Josh. It's just that defense it's not there.
I couldn't agree with you anymore. You look at this game. This is a game you cannot lose. You have to win this game. Shout out to Ray. I'm gonna give Ray. He's the Panthers fan that we know. Shout out Ben's friend there, Ray. Haven't seen him in the comments, but he's there. He's there. Big win for him. Dowdle. Hey, he said buckle up to me and my Cowboys, and you see Dak in the back. That was me watching them. Just absolutely buckled up, and I mean just first thing here. Ben touched on all the defense, touched on all offenses. It's great. George Pickens is great. He's going to price himself out of Dallas. Now he definitely is. I mean, unless they make some crazy trade and get off cap. I mean, it's just he's going to price himself out. That stinks. We're wasting another year at Dak. And Ben, I can't sit here in just going into kind of next week. I'll put the banner up, and I usually don't like to go out of sync, but we're gonna dive into this one next. I can't sit here and predict. 2 weeks ago I was thinking, okay, I think that they can beat the Commanders. Their Commanders are a very beatable team. They haven't looked that good. They're not going to beat the Commanders this weekend. I'm going to come out and say it. They're not going to do it. They're going to lose this game. It's going to be a close game. And again, you're going to see Jaden Daniels can run better. He can throw better. Again, they're playing a better franchise. They're playing a better coach. This is a divisional game. This is a huge game. Commanders just lost a game last night too. Again, the Cowboys, this is what they do, though. They'll play great. They'll do all this stuff. Dak will throw for 300 yards. They'll get their little sack. James Houston, who's been absolutely unbelievable. I don't know why they're not playing him more. The fact that I'm saying James Houston, I didn't even know he was on our roster to come week one, has been the best defensive player on the entire defensive personnel. He's been good, and this is what they'll do. They'll play good next week, and just talking about that Panthers game, you let Rico Dowdle run the ball all over you. If you look at that box score, Ben, at the end, you had 6 minutes. Like Dave Hellman, shout out to him. I'm pretty sure he's on Fox Sports. He made a great tweet. How do you not get the ball back with 6.5 minutes left? Like, again, the offense had their chances and some terrible play calling at the end there kind of caught them up. Again, offense isn't fully excusable, but you literally just let Rico Dowdle run the ball all over you. You knew what they were going to do at the end of the game. They did it. They had their success. And again, I'm going to lead it into my prediction for this week. I don't think the Cowboys are going to be able to stop the Commanders. I know that the Commanders are banged up. I know that they've got some issues, but right now, I'm not going to do it, Ben. I'm like playing it week to week with the Cowboys. Legit, any given Sunday, like Dak Prescott said, any team can beat any team. That's what the Panthers did. They're playing some good football right now. Hey, this is going to be a huge game. This game, if the Cowboys lose this game, it's you might as well start packing it in. Maybe you trade someone, get off Diggs' contract. I mean, you just sign Bland, do something. I don't know. You get rid of something, acquire more. Don't acquire any more at the deadline. You lose this one, it's done, and it's sad because they should be better than they are. But sticking to this prediction, I think Jaden Daniels and company are going to have a field day. I think they're going to play well, and this is what it's going to come down to. There's too much pressure on Dak Prescott in the offense's back, literally. I mean, you saw it at the end of the game. They weren't able to touch the ball at the end. After that 6 minutes, they have to play pretty much perfect. And I don't think that they're going to get it done. I think the offensive play calling's been kind of bad. And one of the biggest things is everything on defense. Matt Eberflus, the defensive play calling. They're not going to get this win. I think the Commanders are going to beat us. I'm going to say has to be 30. The way that it just has to. It's going to be 34-31. It's going to be another nail biter, another tough game that we lose. And Jerry Jones is going to have some real questions to start figuring out.
Oh, yeah. Regardless of that, Josh, I think he's going to face a lot of questions and a lot of questions on his decision making. Here we go.
Here you go, Ray.
Yeah, he's always here. He just doesn't. He doesn't have Facebook, so he's not on Facebook. So he's always watching over there. Yeah, hey, I mean, going to be above 500. I put some respect on them. I just said, hey, looking at it, Bryce Young and Rico Dowdle on paper for the Cowboys, you should be able to beat. You gotta get those wins. I think that Panthers team, they're scrappy. Looking forward to that team going above 500 because the Jets stink, Josh. The Jets are just awful. Looking good for the Steelers on that Justin Fields move too. Not entirely his fault. I think it's just an awful organization over there. Garrett Wilson getting hurt too is not doing them any favors. Going back to the Cowboys though quickly, 31-24 Cowboys win, Josh. Back to the wall. I'm going to give it to him.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm always back at them. Josh is going to take them. I think this is a must win. And Jaden Daniels still not 100%. I think the Cowboys are going to take advantage of that. It's going to be a shootout. Obviously, 31-24. As Josh said, you had to score 30 to win for the Cowboys. But I think backs against the wall, they win this one. Not saying they're going anywhere, but I think they're not out of it just yet, Josh.
Wow. That one kind of surprises me. All right, we'll start Thursday Night Football. Steelers, Bengals. I'll go quick. I think the Steelers, they're going to win this one. I think it's going to be kind of similar to last week, though. A little low score affair. Thursday Night Football games are always kind of weird. Short travel. I'm going to say Steelers win 20-7. 21-7. No, I'm going to say 27. I'll stick to it. They win. Low scoring game. They kind of play down to the competition. Travel gets in the way. Steelers get this win. They go to 5-1 on the season, and then their stretch comes where Josh starts to pay attention.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree. I'll keep it short and sweet too with that one. Steelers going to get this one. It's going to be a little scrappy, as Josh said. It'll be a lot closer. I think Joe Flacco obviously knows us pretty well, and just another week of just added practice with the team, extra reps with everybody, getting a little more familiar with Chase and T. Higgins. Everyone on that offense, I think it's just only going to do him more service. Going to get him more prepared for this, and he loves playing us. He loves playing these AFC North battles, Flacco does. So it's going to be competitive. I see 24-21. It's going to be a dogfight. But, yeah, I think ultimately Tomlin just gets everyone down, gets everyone geared up. Rodgers makes the plays that he has to. Because that Browns game was ugly. It was 9-3 for a lot of that game. Boswell was just doing what Boz does and knocking those ones back. even though he missed, it wasn't really his fault. It was kind of the turf's fault on that Steeler on that Heinz Field. Slipped that Heinz Field in there, Acrisure. Uh, but no, for the Steelers, it's going to be an ugly one. I think you got to get this one, and they do. So 24-21 Steelers. Not going to be the best Thursday night game, Josh. I'm not going to lie. So another one. Hey, if you're no, actually no. I mean, football's football. On Thursday, you'll watch anything. So, but just for everyone else outside those markets, probably not going to be the most exciting offensive game. But give me the Steelers, Josh. Hey, listen, I was getting a little scared. I was, I mean, Jeff had him in fantasy, Josh, and he was down by a lot of points, and he got pretty close. I mean, if he didn't get out at that halftime score, I've been sweating a lot. I mean, I would have been very nervous. So, um, just more so, that's going against the Bills secondary. The Bills secondary stinks. They can't cover anybody, and what the hell, Kyle Pitts? You stink. He couldn't get me anything. Couldn't help me in that in Josh's former league. I needed a couple points, and he couldn't do anything for me. So thanks, Kyle Pitts, for that one.
I like it. He's been good. Hey, they got another win under their belt. Moving forward here, Sunday, 1:00 game, New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel and company going up against his former employer, the first team he was able to head coach, the Tennessee Titans, who just canned Brian Callahan, who was an offensive play caller for the Cowboys quite some time ago. But hey, Ben, I'll say it quick. Patriots are going to win this. They're rolling. I mean, this is the toughest. This is probably the best time to play a team. It's after they just fired somebody. I know that Cam Ward and company want to show out. They've kind of already got their win. They kind of already got their win in kind of lucky fashion, weird fashion. They're going to lose this game. Patriots are playing really good right now. I think this is going to be the game the Patriots blow it out of the water. I know everybody's like, oh, they're due for – no. The Saints game was kind of close. They're going to blow these guys out of the water. This is a huge game for Vrabel. I know he says it doesn't matter, but this matters. They're going to blow them out of the water. I'm going to say Patriots 27-28. Now, I'm going to say Patriots 34, Titans 14.
It's going blowout.
Blowout.
It's going blowout over there. I like that. I was going to go 34-17.
Wow.
The Titans are just... Yeah, the Titans are just bad, Josh. Cam Ward showing some signs. He's showing some flashes. But as you talked about, I think they got their clutch win. And they might get another one down the stretch, maybe close to the end of the season. But I think they got their win. They're not going to literally fumble it into the end zone for you to score touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't think the Patriots are going to do that. You're not playing the Cardinals. I don't think those plays are going to happen. Vrabel's, he's a great coach, and he's getting this team established. It was very early in the week. Everyone was early in the season. Excuse me. They gave him some flack, but it's just predictions for the NFL go by week. So it's tough. Early in the season, he just needs to get acclimated to the team. He just needs to get himself ingrained in the program, get everyone under his program, and I think you're seeing it right now. So I think Vrabel, he's not going to make those mistakes against, especially the Titans. I think he wants to win this one badly against them. And they're going to do that. Cam Ward is going to make some mistakes. Not, well, it is going to be some of his fault, but I mean, that offensive line is just awful. That offense is doing him no favors. So I see him making a couple mistakes. Patriots capitalizing on that one. And yeah, Patriots winning comfortably, Josh. 34-17. It's 5-2. 5-2. I think we're all going to be happy this week. So Cowboys, Pats, and Steelers, all going to be happy. But for the Patriots, just taking care of another easy game.
Wow. He's got all of us winning. I'm going to go with my lock of the week. I'm going to go quick. I'm going to dive into this. Chiefs, they've been really good. We talked about them earlier. They are at home. This is the game where they kind of are able to just, continue, stack on. I don't know if they're going to cover that spread because that's a high spread in Vegas. The spreads start to get a little high. The fix starts to get in. But no, I think the Chiefs are going to win this one. They're playing really good. I don't know exactly who it was earlier, but I think it was the Pats are back. You're going to see that combo. Let's see if I can get back to it. Here we go. No, not there. Right here. I don't think people are ready for the Rashee Rice and Worthy combo. Mahomes is going to make it real hard for May to win MVP, and that's the combo that's going to be coming back. I think that the Chiefs are just playing great football right now. Their defense is finally back. They're at home. They're rolling right now. They just beat the Lions. There's no chance they're going to lose this game. Geno Smith is not good. I don't like Geno Smith at all. I think the haters are going to write him off, and I've been writing him off early. He had that one little flash in the pan with Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll's just got to let it go with him. I mean, Tom Brady, too, they got to kick the can on Geno Smith. He's not the guy. And there's still some pieces away. Their receiving core is okay. I mean, Brock Bowers is okay. I mean, he's really good. Genty's really good, but Jacoby Myers can't. I mean, yes, he can be a number one on a team, but he's not a number one to like win you real football games. And we've seen that. He can be a great number two. Yeah, maybe he'll put up 1,000 yards and whatever in garbage time, but I'm not sold on him. He's been absolutely screwing me up for fantasy. But aside from that, I've got the Chiefs in a lock here. Patrick Mahomes, my quarterback in this same league, he's been unreal. So
Nice.
they're going to win at home. And they are the best team in the AFC right now at this very moment.
Oh, yeah, definitely agree. Josh, and yeah, great comment from Pat. Are back on that one. That combo is going to be deadly. And like I said earlier, I mean, some of those other guys, Juju's playing well. Hollywood's stepping up. Travis Kelce's looking like his old self. So, I mean, the Chiefs definitely the front runners back in the AFC. Offense is looking scary yet again. People are writing them off, but Josh mentioned them two right there. Going to go with my lock. They just lost to the Chiefs, so need a little bounce back one. Give me the Lions. They're not
This
good.
one's
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, this nice little interesting one. I mean, Emeka going down for the Bucks. Injuries starting to pile up for them a little. Mike Evans is still out. Godwin's, even though Mike Evans might come back this week, fingers crossed for fantasy. Chris Godwin going out. Team's just kind of getting hurt at the wrong time right now. I think Lions going to take advantage of that. Need a win. Need to get back in the win column for them. Offense is going to show out. So give me the Lions. Lock of the week over there. Hopefully I get that green arrow over the green check mark, excuse me.
Yeah. Again, a lot better this week though, Ben. A lot better this week.
A lot more green.
What'd you have?
I didn't get both my lock and upset wrong, so.
Yeah, what'd you go? 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 and 7. Oh my God. Talk about cutting it close. Here we go. Upset of the week here. We're kind of going on a similar trend here. I've got the Falcons for a very similar reason as to why Ben had the Lions. I think the 49ers right now are just battered. This poor team, dude. They've just got a jinx and injury bug. James made a great point. They can't keep anybody on that field healthy. I like the way the Falcons are playing. This is going to be a really tough game, but I like this as an upset. Again, if you're looking to throw some money on it, this could be one that could maybe win you some money. My upsets have been hitting. My lock didn't hit this week, but my upsets have been hitting, and I like the Falcons. As I hate to say this, I've looked at all the games, and I've always kind of been out on them, but I like them this week. Again, I don't think that they're going to be this crazy team in the playoffs, but hey, they could sneak into the wild card. It's going to be a good division. They need all those wins they can, and if Ben's right and the Lions are able to handle business against the Bucks, Falcons are one step closer to that division. But again, don't think they're going to take the division, but this could be a game. This is my upset of the week. And as always, going to turn it over to Ben. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I hope Ben's right, because Cowboys, I'm going to say it right now, this could be your way too early game of the year. This is the one that I've been eyeballing. This is the team I've been eyeballing. You got to get wins against the Commanders. So that's where I'm at. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Here's Ben.
Always great show. Josh and everybody, thanks for all the comments. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Pats are back. Rob, Jeff, everybody killing it as always. I'm going to go quick. My upset, Fins up. Let's go Dolphins. They're going to win eventually, too. I know they already have a win, but playing the Browns, somebody's going to be the dog in this one. That's why I'm taking the Dolphins against the lonely Browns. We're all going to be happy next week, Josh. Pats, Steelers, Cowboys all win. And shout out to my dual tight ends, McBride and Ferguson. Let's go.
Score timeout. Timeout, talks. Timeout, folks.